Welcome to the full moon in Cancer reading. Full moon in Cancer plus lunar eclipse. So it's the close to the eclipse window currently, right now. And got some cards. We've got Justice card, the Swan card, and Eros card. Eros is another name for Cupid. I want to get into that. I'm going to start with Eros. So, when I'm thinking of Cupid or that archetype, because whatever, fuck Greek and Roman mythology and its patriarchy and murder and all of these terrible things, set that aside for a second. And just think about the idea of understanding what your desires were and then going for them, like understanding the route that it takes to get to your desires. And so this card is a pink card, so it's this mixture, when I see it, is a mixture of root chakra and crown chakra, the white and the red. And that brings together those two very important energy centers where we're getting our energy from the earth and where we're getting our energy through the spiritual realms. And so and I'm trying to make this like as simplistic as possible to help everybody understand that you don't have to necessarily believe in the spiritual realms to still be affected by it, to still have it affect your life in some way or another. And the more intentional that you are, or we are collectively, with understanding that there are other realms outside of our physical being, the more we stand to gain from interacting with realms that are already interacting with us. It's just something to think about. And I know it might be a crazy concept, but I truly believe it. And I truly have seen differences happen in my life when I'm consciously working with the spirits, particularly the spirits that are for my highest good, our highest good. And when you start directing yourself in that way, things change for the better. Things change that maybe you didn't expect to change, but ultimately it's for the better of all of us. So this card is like, really, are you figuring it out? Like, have you really taken the time to feel your body and to feel what it is that you truly desire? Like, to feel grounded in yourself and to feel connected to something bigger than yourself, because there is something bigger than yourself, and you're a part of it, and your energy moves through it, and you will continue to, even if you leave this body. So the question is, how much agency do you want to have in this lifetime? You will have more agency if you realize that you are more than just this physical being, and how you can work with that. So think about that. Next, I want to talk about the Justice card. So I love this card with this sword balanced at the tip of this little diamond and these two cats with their tails crossing. And it signals this idea of really, and because it's a major arcana card, it's more of a big picture spiritual journey type thing. And that's really what this whole eclipse season, this is from July of 2018 or 2019 or something to now. And what this eclipse season is doing for us and what it's trying to tell us. And I think we've all been getting messages in one way or another, whether it's through your body, it's through the environments around you, the way that things are playing out. You have these choices to make where it's time to really weigh out your situation, feel your body, feel what's coming up for you right now, and to decide what you're willing to deal with and what you're not willing to deal with. Like, how much energy do you have to invest in anything, and how are you investing energy in yourself, and how are you balancing those two, and how are you holding fairness and justice in social groups within yourself? Who is respecting you? Who's not respecting you? How can you spend more time in situations that feel deeply respectful? That's what the Justice card wants you to really examine and to really work on and to think about. Oh yeah, also these earrings. Thank you so much, my lovely friend. Rasta, I'll tag her in this, but these earrings are so beautiful. Rasta vibes. Get yourself some earrings, Boricua. Shout out my people. I'm man. Puerto Rico. Oh my God. I can't even, there's so much that I want to say about Puerto Rico that I can't even, say anything, because I'm so at an impasse of how fucked up everything is and how it's just happening. It's just happening, and there's nothing anybody can do about it but the best that they can do in whatever situation that they're in. And I hope that if people have the means, that they're paying attention. But it's also, there's so many things to be paying attention to. There's people right outside of my house right now who don't have any place to stay, who are out there in the rain with tarps over what little stuff that they have left, and hoping that the cops aren't going to come through and kick them out and make them go find somewhere else to be. That's happening right outside of my doorstep. And I'm grappling with that, and thinking about my people on the island, and thinking about people all over the world that are going through. I'm overwhelmed, and I have to come back to this. I have to come back to how can you do the best that you can do with what situation that you're in, and how can you continue to put the energy forward that you are taking care of yourself, and that you want to inspire and help others, not by helping others. I'm not trying to force anything on anybody, but I'm trying to say, I'm doing this work, and if you do that work too on yourself and figure out what's best for you, that's what's going to make this world a better place. It's going to be a wave of people doing what is for the highest good, and really paying attention to what is for the highest good of yourself, everybody around you. The Justice card, obviously, is trying to find what is the common good. And you got to pay attention to your surroundings and work out from that. And not even work out, you just have to allow the ripple effects to happen. You just have to do what you have to do, and then allow it to continue on. This last card, the Swan card, beautiful card, a graceful being that exists beautifully in the water realms, the emotional realms, the earth realm. It can exist on the earth, so that's the physical realm, and the air, the mental perspective. So, merging all of these things, getting a good feel for how to move gracefully between our physical body, our mental body, our emotional bodies, and this idea, there's always in the story of the swan, the ugly duckling that turns into the beautiful swan. So it's growing into yourself, growing into your beauty and your confidence and your abilities and everything that you've been working for. The swan is you're allowed to exist in that beauty, and you're allowed to exist in that confidence that you have been working on things, and that you deserve all of the things that come from the work that you're doing. But stay humble, stay protective. The swans are also quite ferocious. If you've ever actually encountered swans and you get too close to them, you get too close to their kids, you get too close to their food, they did not come to play. They've got sharpness on their beaks. They'll fly at you. They'll come and growl at you. This is not just happy, fancy creature. You know, this is a creature that will come for your neck if you come for theirs. So think about that. Think about what it is that you're protecting, and how, and what it is that you love, and like how much you respect yourself and you respect your space. And also, swans, I believe, yeah, they're like geese, right? Do they fly in the, it would make sense that they would fly in the V shape, but maybe, I actually don't know about swans as much as I know about geese. But that idea of flying together in a flock and just taking different turns of like who's leading the flock, it's like, because they're all working together, because it's better and more safe to work together. So we have to find who we're working together with and who we're expending our energy on, because it's very valuable. It's more valuable than we think. And if the monetary system ever collapses, we're going to figure out how much our energy is actually worth. And what I'm saying is it's collapsing all over the world right now. There's so many places that are just like being inundated either by colonization, by natural disaster, by economic disaster, by dictatorship disasters, fascism. It's all happening, people. It's not a joke and it's not a drill. It's like, now's the time to step into your confidence and to step into understanding your abilities and how you're going to work together with who you're going to work together with, because that's all we got at this point. So take care of your energy, respect yourself, respect your people, know what is right for you, and make the hard decisions to choose what's actually right for you, because now's the time. And when you choose what's right for you, you're ultimately doing what is right for everybody and allowing people the autonomy to do what is right for them, not you trying to impose what is right for them. Just saying. So, love you guys. I'll see you next week.